Hi, I'm Angie. Welcome to RV 360 by National Indoor RV Centers, where we have all the details on the latest coaches. NIRVC is a trusted resource with RV lifestyle specialists who are here to help you find your dream coach. NIRVC also supports you well after the sale with storage, service, and detailing. So basically, we do it all. Hi, I'm Angie with National Indoor RV Centers, and today I'm so excited to show you an all-new van, OGV Detour TB10. So this is the marrying of a touring van with a camper van. So you get both in this, which is absolutely fantastic. Plus you get 10 seat belts. Now, before I go into all the fantastic things about OGV, I want to go cover just a few things with you. First of all, I love to make these videos. I hope it helps you with your research, but what I hope even more is that you give National Indoor RV Centers a call when you're ready to purchase or when you start your search, so that we can help you find the perfect van or coach of your dreams, because we want to help you. Secondly, I don't want to hear, oh, well, there was no National Indoor RV Centers in my state. Well, guess what? We have a fly to buy program. So that means I'll fly you and your spouse or significant other in up to $500, a one-way ticket to pick up your van or coach, and then you get to start your first adventure. So there's nothing better than that, right? Now, while you're doing your search, you can skip ahead. I don't recommend it, because I really walk through everything. So you can kind of shop from your living room or your home, wherever you are. But there are chapters. So you can go to this specific spot in the video. If you just want to see something indoors, you can go to that. Or if you just want to stay on the outdoors, if you want to see the rear compartment, you can go exactly to that spot. And then let me know what you think. If there's something I missed, please let me know. If there's something that you'd like to see or learn more about, I want to know it. So your questions and comments help me make better videos. So OGV was started by Tim Gray. Tim is a pioneer in the B van field. So he's one of the first to do custom B vans. He also does custom Prevos. So he really knows how to make these feel luxurious and give you the best product possible with all that legacy knowledge and information. They've built an amazing B van. So I can't wait to show you this van. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So if you look to the top of the van, you're going to see that antenna right in the middle. Then you come down, you see that nice big windshield. That's how you're going to see the beautiful country as you're touring the country in your V-Tour. And right in the center, you're going to see a little triangle at the top of the windshield. That's going to contribute to your adaptive cruise control, all the safety features that are built into this chassis to keep you on the road enjoying your van longer. And then we have our rain sensing windshield wipers, nice front hood. Now you're going to notice that this is what they call a partial paint. So this is the Arctic white. There's several exterior colors that you can choose from, and then they did the partial paint, so they have the black going up. Make sure you notice the beautiful LED high performance headlamps here, and we've got the fog lights. We have the parking sensors all along the front and the back, and then right behind this is where, hopefully you never need it, but if you ever need to be towed, this is where the hook is behind this little panel right here. And then you'll notice the custom skirting that's all along the bottom of this van, makes it look very nice and clean. And then right here we've got the step up, so if we need to clean off our windshield, we're going to step up right here. And then we've got, of course, the Mercedes symbol here in the front. And right behind here is the sensor for your adaptive cruise control. So let's check out underneath the hood here. So first of all, you're going to see this big empty space. That's typically where people would expect the chassis battery to be, but that's underneath the captain's feet, actually inside the coach. Now right here is where you would jump the coach if you needed to. Here's your ground, here's your positive, and if you ever need to jump the coach, that's where you do it. We have our windshield wiper fluid here, our brake fluid here, oil fill. Now you're not going to have an oil dipstick, and you're not going to have dipstick for like your DEF. Those are both going to be read to you at the dash. You'll be able to get those measurements. Coolant and your DEF here, and engine intake. As I come around the passenger side, first thing we're going to notice are our external mirrors. Those they are heated and internally controlled. You're going to see the blinker here in the mirror. Then you're going to notice the skirting along the bottom of the coach again, which is really nice. They've given us a nice step up into the van. And as I go here, I'm going to go ahead and open because I also want to note this big long awning that comes standard. We can control that from our Garmin panel. There's a panel right inside the van that we can control it from, but I'm actually going to grab a panel from inside. So this one comes right off. So you can take it outside with you and easily be outside in the elements as you bring your awning out. So I'm going to go to my systems and I'm going to take out extend my awning. So check that out. Also from here, I can turn on my patio lights and my awning light. Now it's a little bit windy today. I don't think it's too windy to have the awning out, but that's one of the things I want to talk to you about. Little awning care. Make sure you're always around your van when you have your awning out. You never know when a big gust of wind is going to come and cause some havoc with your awning. You do have a wind sensor on it, but you just want to make sure that you're around. Never leave your vehicle with the awning out if you're not here. So right inside the front door is the fire extinguisher. Now this is great because you can easily get to it if you need it outside the van or inside the van. But truly, I don't think that's sufficient enough for all the electrical components and batteries in this van. Sorry, I say van, coach, so interchangeable to me. I think you need to look at Proteng. It's a fire suppression system. It's sold exclusively by National Indoor RV Centers. Go watch my video on it. I think it's a game changer, and we can give you a custom quote today. You do have a power sliding door, which is nice. So just go ahead, pull the handle out, and it's going to shut. Now you see this big sticker here that says "Do not push." So these are so airtight. Sometimes there's too much air pressure inside the coach, and so this may not shut completely flush like it is right now. If it's sticking out just a little bit, that's why it says "Do not push." All you need to do is open a window, open a door, and then open and shut it again. It's going to shut perfectly fine, and you won't have to worry about that. Here in the center of the van, we've got our Timberline exhaust. That's for our on-demand hot water and furnace, and then next to that is the exhaust for the engine. Make sure you notice the huge windows on this van. They are tinted. You cannot see inside the van from outside, which is really nice. So you can say in theory you don't need the blackout shades, but you actually do just to keep light out inside the van. We've got our patio lights, and then we have a window that opens here from inside with a screen. As I come around to the back of the van, you're going to notice that we've got our sensors here, parking sensors all along the back. If you go up to the top, you see that we've got our rear view camera there. That's going to help with our digital rear view mirror. It's going to give us a great picture. And then here at the bottom, we've got behind this plate, you just unscrew here and unscrew there. You've got your hitch. It's got a 5,000-pound towing capacity there. And then if I open up the back doors here, they open up all the way, which is really nice for loading and unloading. And your guests can come out this way. It's a little bit bigger of a step here, but you could put a stool here, but you can step up right here into the back of the van. Right behind here, we've got our fuse panels. So really nice and easy to get to. So if you've got to replace those, you can easily get to them. And then up here, look at all that. All the systems are right here. Very easy, nice to get to for serviceability. Our techs love these. So I went ahead and grabbed the panel from inside. It's a Garmin. There's 3 in here. 2 come off. They just magnet to the back, so I took it out. Now I'm going to say, let's say it's dinner time, I'm cooking, I want some of the fresh air to come in. So I'm going to go ahead and just take down my rear screen. So at the push of the button, look at that. I have a nice screened in kitchen, living room area, get to enjoy the fresh air. Now it's just that easy. How great is that? Now, if I want to, I'm gonna go ahead and take that back up, but if I wanna sleep and I wanna black out the coach, I'm gonna simply pull down this, I'm a little too short, but from inside the coach, I could easily grab the blind here, pull it down, and I can black out the rear part of the coach very easy. Notice on the door the automotive finish. We've got the ultra leather padded rear doors. We've got the double stitching here, and you're going to see that consistently throughout the entire interior of the coach. As I come around the driver's side, the first thing that you're going to notice, and look, everything is nice and white. You don't see a lot of cutouts, so they do this really nicely. So we've got our wet bay compartment right here. So we've got the hookup here for our 30 amp shore power cord. Then we have our cable input and a HDMI input. Our city water connection, so we can connect our hose here. And then we have our freshwater fill and city fill. And then back here we have our two 110 outlets. You also get a 29-gallon freshwater tank and a 32-gallon gray and black combo tank. So that's really unique with this coach. Nice big tank sizes. You'll notice that you get the dualies on the rear of the van. And then as we go forward here, we've got more more of our wet bay compartment, basically. So here we have the black tank drain, the macerator for the black tank, the water pump. So this is the automatic retract for your sewer hose. So this is your sewer outlet connection that you'll put into the park's sewer dump. And then we've got our external shower. We just hook that up right here. Pull this back, push it in, and it just hooks up super easy. Then we've got our external shower. Beyond that, we've got the black tank flush, and then the lever control here for the black tank, and then for winterization. Again, just notice how beautiful this Arctic white paint is with no cutouts. Everything's kind of hidden in the bumpers or the skirting, which is really nice. And then another great feature is, you're probably wondering how you fill the fuel tank. So it's right behind here. You have to be able to unlock the front door to get access to that. So once you open the front door, fill that right here. Here is the fill for your 24-gallon diesel fuel tank. And then OGV gives us this nice custom step up, so it's easy to get up into our van. Check out the beautiful interior of the V-Tour. I absolutely love it. First of all, one of the things that catches my eye immediately is this double stitch on the ultra leather. It looks so high end and so luxury. Absolutely love it. This is the cream interior package, so you get the nice cream colored ultra leather seats. You get the cedar gray cabinets with a satin finish. It's all just done beautiful. And the thing that you're going to notice as I walk through this is everything is consistent throughout. So we have the same seats for the front captain seats as the rear captain seats. We have the double stitching here on the doors. We have the soft paneling here on the sidewalls, and even on the sliding door we get that double stitching, so gives it that nice luxurious feel, very automotive, and just it's the finishing touches are awesome. So for our touring van, what do we want? We want to be entertained, right? So we've got this nice HD TV, smart TV behind me here with the JL audio system, so you're going to hear it nicely. In the V-Tour, you have two different locations where you can install the Lagoon table. So this is really nice because if I'm working remotely, I want to have a great view of the outdoors. I can sit here, I can adjust that table, put it wherever I want it. If I want my computer back further away, just push it away. Really love that. And then I can also put it where the two sofas meet too. So it's nice to have some options there. So right next to the table, I've got a cup holder here, and then I've got an HDMI input, USB, USB-C right here. So if I am working off my computer, want to plug things in, I can do that. And then just below the table, the Lagoon table here, I've got two 110 outlets. Once you're done using the table, if you want to, sit here with the four of you and talk, you can easily take it out. You just loosen it here, and then you can pull it up. So your table's out. Then you're just going to go ahead and loosen it down below, and then you just pull it up, nice and easy. And the great thing about this too is that it stores nicely. So you turn that, you can lock those in place, and then the leg just slides right onto this track here. So you just line it up, thread it on, and then you can actually tighten it so it stays right in place. Really easy, and then it stores behind the captain's chair here. So here in the rear captain's chair, just wanted to say how nice and comfortable these are. Very nice way to travel. And then to top it off, you have the heated seats, which are my favorite because, you know, that way it can be cool around you. You can still have your warm seat and you feel cozy. And another bonus, so you can add the heated seats. That's an optional feature, and the massage feature too. So I can turn that on, sit back. Wow, this is a great way to travel. I love it. Then we've got the control here to move the seat forward and back. And I'm gonna bring it all the way forward because now I'm gonna show you the next cool thing that we have. This lever right here, when we push it back, I can now turn it around. So if I wanna be part of the conversation with the rest of my guests, look at that. How awesome is that? So really, this is just, you can turn around both these rear captain's chairs so that you can enjoy the company of your guests. And then right to my right, I also have the tilt for the backrest, so I can put that back and get nice and comfy. Another feature that I love are the easy blackout shades. So you literally just pull them up and down, so easy. And you've got the dark tint on the windows, on the side and the rear windows, so you cannot see inside the van from outside, which is great. It gives you a lot of privacy. And then if you want even more, just put up the blackout shades. And we have our second JL audio speaker here. More easy blackout shades on the passenger side. So just lift up and down, couldn't be easier. And again, just note the beautiful stitching on the top of the door and the bottom of the door. So for this 24-foot van, you have 3 Garmin control panels, which is fantastic. 2 of them are removable. I'll get to those, but right here, this is super important. When you walk in the van, you can immediately turn on your master power switch here. And then right next to that, you'll see the reefer button. So if you're not aware what this is, that is a great feature. You can turn off your master power and you can turn on your reefer. That way you're gonna keep your refrigerator running, but not running any of the other power systems in the van. So if you wanna, head out to a game for the day and you wanna make sure the refrigerator stays on, but you're not drawing any power from anything else, you just hit that reefer button on right there. Turn off your master power switch. Then we've got our main panel here. So I'm going to go ahead and go to our home button so we can control the lights, all interior lights and all exterior lights. Also, we can see our levels of our tanks for our fresh tank and our gray tank. And then we can turn the water pump on here and the tank heaters on here. So you can turn your radio on here. So you just push the button on and then you would push play or pause. You can seek and search through your channels here, and then your volume controls here, and then your source control here, and you can mute it right there. Then we've got our fuse manager. So if we go in here, it's going to let us know if there's any faults. And then we just go back to our home page. Also, it's going to give us the level of our batteries. So we're at 13.2 volts. Then we're going to go into our systems. So our interior lights, so the front lights, mid lights, rear lights, and our accent lights, exterior lights, patio lights, and awning lights. And then we have the controls for the rear screen up and down and the awning to extend and retract. Then we go to climate. We've got our temperatures here that we can adjust easily up and down. Just super easy. And then we can turn it on low, high, or auto. You can turn on your AC controls here or your heat, and then you can also turn on your auto. So you can set your temperature, and then if it's cold outside, it will warm up the van. If it's hot outside, it will cool off the van. Then we've got our fan controls, so we can open and close the fan. Do we want the air to come out or do we want the air to be pulled in? And we can turn it on and off from here. Fluids, we've got our water pump. We can turn that on here, and our tank heaters, turn that on and off here, and then it's going to show us the levels of our fresh and our gray tank. Next button is our power. So this is going to let us know where the power is flowing to, and we can turn our inverter on and off from here. So I just would turn that on here. Once I turn that on, you can see where the power is flowing, and it's going to give us our AC input. Our input for the current limit is 50 amp. And then we've got our loads, our chassis battery level, and it's also going to give us a reading from our solar panels. We are inside a building right now, so we're obviously not getting any kind of help from the solar panels. The V-Tor comes standard with 1080 amp hours lithium batteries, and then you get the 340 watt solar panels. So you can totally take this off the grid, which is great. You also have dual alternators. So one alternator is dedicated to charging the lithium batteries when you're going down the road or at idle. You're going to charge them the best though when you're actually driving the van. So you can charge the batteries 3 different ways. Obviously when you're plugged in, the quickest way is when you're driving it, like I said, and then the slowest would be just from the solar panels themselves. These little buttons down below will take you to your settings. So you can go here, or you can go here, and you can see your settings here, different apps that you can use on this. You can also basically pair your phone to that Garmin. So you need to download the RV Control app, and then you will go into your settings here to get the password so that you can connect the devices. So you can control a lot of the features from your phone or your Garmin pad there. So the amazing thing, like I've said about this floor plan, is the 10 seat belts. So each sofa has 3 seat belts, so 3 here, 3 here. You have the 4 up front, so that's seat belts for 10, which makes this a great touring van, or you can turn it into a camper van because you've got all this storage, and your bathroom, which we're getting to now. So I'm just going to go ahead and let you see this first storage compartment here. Nice, it's fully lined, so nothing's going to rattle or shake. And then when you shut the door, you're just going to lock in place. Let me go ahead and show you all the storage here at one time so you can see how much storage you'll get. So you can see all the storage you're going to get here in the mid section of the van. So if I come in here, sit down, oh, they're so nice. They're very comfortable. I can strap in, put my seatbelt on. I've got 2 cup holders here. Plus I've got a USB charging port and USB-C charging port on both sides. Super nice. Great view, way to talk, and if I want to, I can just go ahead and stretch out right here too. I want you to notice the nice floor mats. Now this feels very much automotive to me because you always have the floor mats in here, so it keeps your van nice and clean. So you've got them here in the middle section of the van, also in the entry, and all up by the cab. So I love that. Under the nice plush mats, we have the woven marine grade flooring, so you can easily wipe any liquid off and just get it right off that floor. Then we have the carbon monoxide detector here. It's a dual one for propane, but we have no propane on this van, so we don't have to worry about that. Then we've got the second lagoon table, where we can slide that lagoon table in. And then on the other side here, we've got our breaker box. And then we've got the house battery disconnect here for service and storage. So this is super important. If we're not lucky enough to have you as a storage customer at National Indoor RV Centers, where we store at least 300 coaches at all of our permanent locations, you're always plugged in to 50 amp service, 30 amp service, whatever you need. If you store with us, full valet service, that all comes with your storage fee. If you're not one of our storage customers, then you need to make sure you have your battery disconnect turned off when you go to store your van, so you don't have any parasitic draw on your batteries. Now I'm going to show you here. I'm just going to lift up here, and you'll be able to see our Victron 3000 watt inverter here. See some of the wiring. And then I also wanted to point out, you don't want to store much around your inverter because it needs room. It needs to be able to breathe, but there is a little storage there. Now this is going to pull out completely. It's just like a little jackknife here. Pulls out, comes down, and you're going to do the same on this side. You also have a little storage down here. Now you do have your water pump, and you also see the wheel wells. They put the hush mat the hush mats over those wheel wells, and that's going to give you a lot more barrier to the sound, more insulation in this van. So you're going to notice that when we're driving, I'm sure. You'll also see that we have the lagoon mount right here. You can see that easier now that the bench is up. You have a little bit of storage on the passenger side. Turn our 2 bench here. Sometimes you just have to bring them up together like a little teepee, push them down. Stuff those seat belts back in. Now you've got a king size bed here. Super nice. So you easily now just turned your cruiser into a camper. 2 more speakers here in the middle rear of the van. So here and here. And just below that, this is our 3rd Garmin panel. So the front is at the dash. You can pull that one off. Then we've got the one that's mounted permanently that we just went over. And then I can just pull this right out. So really, I don't necessarily have to download it to my phone because I can walk outside with this. I love this feature. And then it has all the features that we just went through. And it just magnetizes right back there where it belongs. Now right here, we've got 2 110 outlets, our thermistor for the mid part of the van. Then we have the switch here for the water pump. Right below the water pump switch, we've got the Timberline control system. So this is for your on-demand hot water and your furnace. If you just want to do the furnace, you can go ahead and turn on your diesel burner here. That's going to run off the diesel in your fuel tank, or you can run off the electric element right here. So I would just turn that on, set the temperature, and then to turn it off. Super easy. So you can control the temperature just by moving your finger along the dial there. If you want to have your furnace on and your hot water, you can turn those both on, or if you just want the hot water on, you can set the temperature again for that. So here are the settings. So this is where you can tell it how long you want the system to give you hot water. So it's going to be a default to 30 minutes, and you can take it all the way up to 60 for your water. And then on the furnace, you can adjust that all the way up to infinity. It's just going to stay on. So you can select that. Then you get more information here. You can customize it, Celsius, Fahrenheit, schedule mode, so you can schedule when you want it to come on. If you know that you get up every morning at 8 o'clock and you want a hot shower, you can schedule it to turn on and have hot water for you. Your display brightness and sleep mode, and your fan speed. Next up is our kitchen. Now, a lot of people love this arrangement because you're in this space a lot more than you're in this space. So it's at the back of the van, which is really nice. Got the solid surface countertop. Again, we've got our nice blackout shades here, so we can open those up. We've got a window there, so we can open that, get some fresh air in if we'd like to while we're cooking. Our stainless steel sink, and then our residential faucet here. And then check this out, 2-burner cooktop induction stove. So that's really nice. In most B vans, you're gonna get 1 burner. So that's really nice to have 2. And then we've got our microwave here, and our refrigerator and freezer. And then look at the storage that we have. So a little flip down there, everything locks back into place. My favorite compartment here, a little garbage, so we don't have to see that. And again, they all just lock right back into place for travel mode. So right before we walk into the bathroom, I want you to notice the curved wall that just gives you that extra little space. Flip on the light here. And then one of the things I really love, when you first walk into the bathroom, you have a full-length mirror. So you can fully check out, see how your outfit looks. I love that. And then I'm just going to step into the bathroom here. So we've got our toilet here with the push pedal control, the flush there. And then across from it, we've got our sink, our residential faucets again, and we have our handheld shower device here, so we can turn the water on and off from here too, as well as there. So you can take those military showers to save your water. And you've got a shower curtain that goes across here. Also, you could hang clothes in here if you needed to, which is nice. And this is a vented compartment, so you can let that moisture out through the vent. And our toilet paper holder here, which is covered so that you won't get it wet when you're in a shower. So we're finally to the cab area, almost to my favorite part, the test drive. Before that, let's go over everything up front here. So first of all, on the seat, right below me, below this panel, is our fuse panel, and you'll notice again that OGV has encased that, so it looks nice with the seat. You'll also notice it over here on the door panel, which I love. It just makes it look so nice and high end. Also, check out the storage area we have. We can put another cup there, and then a huge storage compartment there. I've always got miscellaneous items I'm going to tuck in there. And then we've got a nice strong door here with a handlebar, or not, a little spot where we can pull the door shut. This will help us get in and out of the van, which is really nice. And then we've got the controls for our windows, controls for our mirrors. Our external mirrors, we can set those here. Those are heated as well. And then we can bring them in when we park if we want to. Now right below here, we're going to have the handle to get in the door. And then we've got our memory settings for our seats, which is another favorite of mine. So if you want to get your seat into place, so bring it forward, get that backrest right where you want it, then you want to set the memory. So you're just going to press 1 and then memory, then 1, sorry. You'll hear a little beep. Now it's set. Now if I want to say I'm driver number 2 and I get in, I'm just going to go ahead and press driver number 2 setting. Doesn't look like it's been set. So let's go ahead and change our setting just a little bit. I'm going to bring it back here. Now I'm going to go ahead and set for number 2. So memory and 2. Now if I press 1, my seat's going to automatically move back to where I had it for the first setting, which is really nice. So you've got memory setting for driver 1, 2, and 3. What I typically like to do is have memory setting for driver 1 and driver 2, and then 3 be the best seating position for me to be able to turn the seat into the middle of the van. So that's what I usually set number 3 for. Love that we have the memory settings. Then on here, this is another bonus, is we've got the heated captain seats. So love that. And then we can unlock and lock the van from here. And then here on the seat itself, we've got the control for our lumbar, so you can adjust that. You can't really see it move, but I can feel it on my back. So get that just right. And then right in front of the driver here, you've got a lever that you're going to pull to the side. That's going to allow you to turn the seat. Now, one of the things I just figured out on this van is it gives me a little picture here, but I wasn't understanding. I had the captain's chair turned around into the living room area, and I got it halfway. I couldn't get it to go back all the way. Once I came over and opened the front door, I was able to easily turn it around. So I think you do have to open the door. It's just eliminating the risk of you running into and hitting the door. So here's the lever that you will pop the front hood with, and then right underneath my feet here is where your chassis battery is. So here are our light controls, so you can have your running lights, auto, or your headlights. I typically just always keep it on auto. It'll automatically turn on as the lights dim, or if you go into a tunnel, your lights are going to turn right on for you. Then down below here, we've got the light, the dim, and the brightness for your front dash display here, so you can adjust that. So here's our control for the windshield wipers. So nice and easy, and then you just push in for the fluid. Now the cool thing about a Mercedes Sprinter chassis, the fluid is actually in the windshield wiper, so it comes out, it actually saves quite a bit of windshield wiper fluid, so I love that feature. And then of course this is our turn signal, up for right and down for left, and then we can also flash our high beams if we need to warn anyone in oncoming traffic. Right at my fingertips I've got the minus and the plus here. This is where I can manually shift. If I decide to not let it automatically shift, I'll do it right here, down and then up. Here we have the control panel for the front dash. So right here is our home button, and if you click it, you'll go into the different controls, and then this is sort of like your mouse pad. So then you just slide You can go to start with service, driver assist, trip, navigation, radio, media, phone, and then your settings. So let's go back and start with service. I'm going to click in. Now I can go down here and check my DEF level. So that's really nice. My Assist Plus, it's going to let me know when I need service. Engine oil level, I need to have the engine on to get a good reading, but that's where you'd find it. And your particle filter here. So then we're going to go back to our home. So we'll click into driver assist and then just swipe down. It's going to give us our attention level. Mercedes actually tracks your driving habits, and if you're being attentive, if you're not, it will give you some warnings. Our trip information, so we can go through trip mileage, our current consumption, all the trip information, and we can reset it from there too. Navigation, our radio, and our media, and our phone. We can answer a phone call from here, and then our settings, and we can go to our vehicle settings, so we can adjust the sensitivity of the rain windshield wipers here. So we can move it to standard or low sensitivity. Display in operation, so click in here. Display DEF, so we can scroll and we can have that permanently on our screen, so we can kind of watch our DEF levels, which is nice. And then we also have our cruise control button, so we push this to set cruise control, and then we set the speed. We can increase it and decrease it. We can resume and cancel from here. And then we have the adaptive cruise control. We can set if we want to have a further away following distance or a closer following distance. We can adjust that while we're in cruise control. Then we have our Mercedes horn. And then over here, we have our home screen. This is going to control the panel over here in the middle. So when you're driving, if you want to be hands-free, you can click through all of this information and you can click into it and scroll through everything. I'm going to do it over here with my fingertips, so we won't do it all there, but you can control it here as well. And then we have the controls for our radio, our volume here. We can answer a call and hang up a call. And then we have our voice commands and our favorites button. So if we hit that, all of our favorites will pop up here. Here's our transmission controls. So we have reverse, drive, neutral, and press N for park. And then we have our keyless ignition here. So if I want to just put the coach in accessory mode, I just hit it once. When I want to start it, I'm going to put my foot on the brake. Easy as that. And then when I want to turn it off, I can just push and hold the button, or I can brake and hold the button and it's instant. So here's the display, and we have all this information that's right at our fingertips. So we can just go to our home button here. We can answer our phone here, connected device here, our navigation. So I click in there and you can input your where you're headed. Radio, media. So if you want to connect a device here, you can easily just go there and connect that new device. Info, I'm going to click in here. I can get more detailed information about my engine. And you can scroll up to the side. Oh, and this is probably my favorite thing here is the operator's manual. So if you have a question about something, how it works on the Mercedes chassis, you can go right to that, which is wonderful to have at your fingertips. Mercedes and Me, these are where your apps are going to be, and this is the one that I love the most in here. So you can go to the quick button. There is your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you can connect that device, because I like my Google Maps better than I like the navigation system in the Mercedes app there. And then we've got our settings. So here we can do our assistance. This is going to give us all the safety features that are built into this chassis. So we can keep our active lane keep assist on or off. And do we want the warning? Yes, I want the warning. I can go back. Active brake assist. Do you want it early, medium, or late? attention assist. So yes, it's going to give me that little cup of coffee sign when I need to be paying attention better. It can tell by my driving habits. Blind spot assist. Yes, we want that on. So a lot of those safety features packed in here, and you can get to them here. You can go to your vehicle. This is where you can determine if you want the automatic door lock to have a little sound on it when it locks. Go to our lighting. You can turn them on or off here. And then your system, so your settings. So a lot that you can do right from this page. So right here we have our quick access button. So this is to help me park. I can see what's behind me right there. I can quickly get to that. I can get to my phones here, navigation, radio and media, volume control, back to my home button, my vehicle information, mute or power off the screen, and then my seek and search for my radio. Two more little cubbies here. And then below we've got the AC and heat controls, so we can set the temperature here and the fan speed here. Auto, AC, where we want the direction of the flow. Our hazards, we can do our max defrost here. Recirculate the air internally. Rear defrost and our front window defrost. We have the lock and unlock for the van. And we've got our cup holders, big and small, small and big. Right below the cup holders, we have the USB-C and 12 volt. And then below that, if you ever need to reset your fob, you're going to push it right in here to reset your key fob. On top of the dash, we have a little storage compartment here and another cup holder. In the center, we have more storage, wireless charging pad. This is where we can plug into our Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, USB-C, and 12 volt. Another cup holder. We can have lots of drinks, guys, and more storage here. So here's probably one of my favorite things is that we have the Garmin control panel for the coach right here. So sitting at the driver's seat, I can turn off all the lights, climate control, check my tanks, check the power in the coach. Love that it's right here. And guess what? I don't even have to look up to do it. I can pull it down and go through everything just like that, or take it outside with me. Love that. Then we have our light control here, so we can turn on our reading lights for the driver and passenger side. We can turn off the lights for when the doors open behind us, and then we've got our full dome light here. And then we've got our SOS button here, sunglass holder. And probably one of my favorite features is this digital rear view mirror. So we are inside a building. It's not the greatest right now, but when we're driving the test drive, I'll show you. It's a camera. So it looks just like you're looking at your rear view mirror, but it's from the camera. Or you can flip it down and then you just have your regular, mirrored rear view mirror. But when you've got it here, you can go to settings, and you can also change the view right there. You can move up or down and brighten it. So it's really easy. Absolutely love this feature. And then of course we've got our sunshades and storage above those on both sides. The passenger side seat, I've got great storage right in front of me here. And then we have our jack below this panel here. We have more tools there if we need them. And then we've got the great compartments for storage here in the door. And all the same seat controls that we had on the driver's side. I put up the front blackout shades. It honestly took me about 2 minutes. Probably took me longer to go find them in the back of the van than it was to get them up. So it's really nice. There's a little trick here. They put a D in the driver's side, and it literally just magnets to the door, so you can kind of just put it in place. You can kind of hear it going to shut the door to make sure you have a good seal, and then it just totally seals off this front compartment. This just threads back behind the rear view mirror, put down your sunshades, and everything just stays in place. Super easy. All right, it's time for the best part, the test drive. So let's go check out the OGV, see how it handles on the road, how quiet it is, lots of things to talk about, and let's go ahead and leave National Indoor RV Centers and hit the road. So one of the things that's great about driving a B van is that really it's like driving your car. It's just as easy. So it's a little bit longer. This is 24 feet by 7 inches, I think, a little bit taller. So you can't take this through all the drive-throughs or the parking garages or the airports if they have low signs. Ask me how I know. Not personally, but I know. So they're easy to drive, so there's really no learning curve there. And I think you're going to really enjoy it. Like the beauty of this is that you can take the whole, basketball team or at least the starters with you. And anyway, if you're going to a soccer tournament, you've got a place to take the kids if you want to go grab something to eat, or you can come here and take a nap, use the restroom. You don't have to use the public restrooms. That's a bonus, right? But this is great for corporate events, for sporting events, you name it. There's so many options with this, or just big parties. Love it. Couples night out. So with the Mercedes chassis, you get a lot of built-in safety features. You have the adaptive cruise control, electronic stability control, active braking, hill assist, crosswind assist. So really it makes this a dream to drive. You're going to be impressed as we get on the freeway here. I keep hitting all the lights at how quiet it is. So OGV puts a ton of insulation in the walls, around the wheel hubs, the hush mats. They really do a nice job building this coach. I was recently at the factory. It's a little chilly in Elkhart, so I'm not going to do a factory tour just yet. I'm going to wait for it to warm up a little bit, but as soon as I can get that in my schedule, I'll go and do a factory tour video so you can see more of the quality and how they build that in. One of the things that's so impressive, I mentioned it in my opening, is that Tim Gray, he was really a pioneer in this whole B-van field, and so he's building these. He's got that legacy information and knowledge that they put into these vans, and so they really build a nice van. So now that we're out on the road, you can truly see how great that rear view camera is. I wanted to say mirror, but it really is a camera. I just love it because it's crystal clear. I feel like I'm looking through the rear view mirror, but it's the camera. So I love that. Again, just makes you feel really secure and gives you no worries while you're driving this down the road. So the great thing about this touring van is that you get in it. You start your trip as soon as you're behind the driver's seat. You get to see this beautiful country in comfort. You can sleep in your own bed. You can go use your own bathroom. You can cook your own meals if you want. Just gives you some great flexibility. So once I'm on the road, the best thing to do is get up to speed, set your cruise control, take your foot off the pedal, sit back and relax. Super easy. You can just easily bump it up or take it down depending on what the traffic is around you. But you do have the adaptive cruise control, so it will, if a car gets in front of you that's going slower than you, it's going to automatically slow you down. And you can adjust the following distance really easy right here while you're driving. So if you want it to be further out or, alert you even sooner, you can adjust that while you're driving. Now, one of the things that I want to tell you about is National Indoor RV Centers is the largest sponsor of the AIM Club, all-inclusive motorhome club. Now, typically this has been more of a Class A diesel, or that's what most of our customers that have been coming to the AIM rallies have been in Class A diesels. Well, we want you to come in your B vans too. We want you, it's the all-inclusive, so that means everyone's included, but we are doing some exclusive B-van rallies this year. So make sure you look at our website, aimclub.org, for events and more information on those rallies. So like I said, you don't have to wait for a B-van specific rally. You can come to any rallies. We'd love to see you there. This is kind of like a cruise in your coach or your van where you just show up. Your fee covers your camping fee, your drinks, your food. entertainment that is exclusive to National Indoor RV Center's guests. So it's a lot of fun. Plus you meet great people. I just was reading on Facebook last night about a couple that met at our first B-Van rally in September, and they actually met up in Germany. They were both traveling overseas and they met up. So I'm like, make new friends and keep the goal, right? So if you've watched my videos, you know that I always do the decibel reader. I want you to know how quiet these are. This is 64.4. So that's as quiet as your car. Again, like I said, this is a dream because you can take vacations in it. You can go on long road trips, and it's going to ride as nicely and as quietly as your car. So one of the things I recommend doing for your van is getting ceramic coat. We do it at National Indoor RV Centers. Just protects your coat, makes it super easy to keep it clean. You kind of just rinse it off and it looks beautiful and clean. In fact, we just had a customer that recently, they had a front end blowout on a Class A diesel, but they came in and I was like, your coach is so clean. They had RettroBands on, so they didn't really have any damage to their coach, which was amazing, and they were safe. So that was great, but the coach was clean after being, coming across the country, and they said, yeah, it's ceramic coated. We had it put on when we bought the coach. So you can do that with your B-Vans as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this video of the OGV V-Tour today. This is a great van. There's other floor plans and other models, but come to National Indoor RV Centers. We'll help you get whatever you're looking for, whatever exterior color, interior color. We're here to help you and walk you through the process. Now I'm sure you're wondering how much this gorgeous van would cost you. Well, current MSRP is $240,756, but don't pay MSRP. And remember, with National Indoor RV Centers, with our volume and economies of scale, RVs simply cost less. So make sure we're your one-stop shop. We'll take care of you on the sale, service after the sale. We want to be your dealer, and we want customers for life. So make sure you give us a call today, and we will help you get into one of these lovely vans. Come out, test drive. We want you to drive it. We want you to be really secure and happy with your buying decision. National Indoor RV Centers, we can do your financing. We take in coaches on consignment, on trade. We will do anything to help make it easy and a pleasurable experience when you come to shop with us. So make sure you give us that call. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe. Also, go and check out my aim plug video, our ceramic coat video, and our paint and body. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching.